We all know these icy conditions are dangerous for driving, but people keep making the same mistakes.
News on 6 anchor Lori Fulbright tells us the 2 things you should always do when driving in slick conditions and the 1 thing you should never do. That's new at 6 o'clock. Lori?
Well, Scott and Terry, people know what the rules are when they're behind the wheel, but some of us ignore them. Maybe somebody's in a hurry or they just don't think a wreck will happen to them, but it will. The 2 things you should always do: slow down and buckle up. The 1 thing you should never do is lock up when you go into a skid. Thousands of videos on the internet show all the things you shouldn't do when sliding and skidding in bad weather. This driver not only slides down the street and hits a pole, he keeps his foot on the gas, which just sends him slamming into one thing after another. Generally, though, drivers do this instead: slam on their brakes, lock up their wheels, and they're not able to steer their way back to control.
When they get into a spin or an off-road situation, take your foot off that gas. Don't panic. You press the brake, controlled steering, and try to bring your vehicle to a stop in a controlled manner.
Some people simply close their eyes, lock their arms, and don't steer at all, just hoping for the best. Others yank the wheel hard in the opposite direction they're heading. That almost guarantees a crash. Neither option helps you get back on track.
If you're beginning to spin off the roadway to the right, steer your wheel to the right until you regain contraction. Same goes left.
Even if the roads look clear after sand and salt has been spread on them, and if other cars are speeding up to regular speeds, don't be fooled. With temperatures staying below freezing, many patches of ice will remain, even if they're hard to see.
This black ice is so thin it takes on the color of the roadway itself, so you don't see it, especially in low light conditions.
And of course, the drive right now is in low light conditions. A lot of people will come to work in the morning in low light conditions. Now, even if you are the person who follows all of the rules behind the wheel, it's so important to leave as much space between you and other vehicles as possible for all those other drivers who are not following the rules. Lori Fulbright, the News on 6.
Well, obviously the work week is off